Hello, good day, and welcome to yet another edition of Sports Yard right here on YADTV. On this show, we analyze, critique, and discuss all relevant sports stories across the world of sports. My name is Emmanuel Asabri, and I am your host for this show. On today's menu, we will discuss Blasters' failure to beat Angola at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And of course, the exciting Ghana Premier League is back. This time, back on your local screens. We will also discuss some transfers made by Ghanaian players moving from one team to the other. I am going for a quick break. On my return, I will introduce to you Timi Ebo-Sanchel, who will join me right here in the studio as we discuss and digest all stories across the world of sports. Welcome back from this break. In case you just tuned in, you are here with us on Sports Yard right here on YADTV. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all other social media handles. I welcome Timi Ebo-Sanchel in the studio. Timi, welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, by the grace of God, I'm good.
Well, a little bird whispered to me over the weekend that we are in the media transfer season, and then you are making a big move from one station to the other. I'm told there is a new station in Accra, and then you are making a big move. Please do not forget to give me my share of the money.
I hope that whistle bird wasn't a baller bird. If it was a baller bird, then it has deceived you.
Does that mean
there's been a move? And I must say that in this life we make progressive moves. So if you had anything like that, of course, we have to move from one step to the other. And I'm grateful that at least there's been some kind of improvement.
Well, so on today's show, we have quite a number of stories to discuss. I mean, of course, Blasters broke the hearts of Ghanaians at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. We will look at that. And then the two young players, David Odro and then Abdulaziz Issa, they've made a big money move to FC Barcelona in Spain. We will talk about that as well. And then FIFA Ballon d'Or. I mean, the list have been released. And then for the first time since 2003, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo couldn't make the cut. We will talk about that as well. You get it? Now, the Ghana Premier League 2 is back. We have quite some issues to discuss about the Ghana Premier League. I hope you are ready for that. Well, so in case you just tuned in, this is Sports Yard on Yard TV. Kindly do all and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and then comment so that we will know the feedback as to whether we are doing well or not. At least this will straighten us, and then in subsequent shows, we will know one or two things to change. Well, so Timmy, to the substantial issue. Ghana Blasters, for 24 years, have not lost a match in Baba Yara Sports Stadium. But just recently, when they locked horns with the Panangra Negres of Angola, they were beaten by a goal to nil. What do you think accounted for that?
Okay, before that, let me greet the viewers and people watching us out there. I urge each and everyone to subscribe to Yard Sports so that you can get the best of sports in terms of the tidbits and then the presentation. Okay, now on the question you asked me, I think that in science there is something that is that anything that goes up definitely comes down. So it's like a 24 years that we lost at Baba Yara. Eventually we lost. Several factors accounted for it, from the tactics to the pitch, the fans. We've had our own issues with the Black Stars in recent times. I think that after 2014 World Cup, our Black Stars has not been that kind of Black Stars that we used to, because after the Brazil fiasco and then anything that came with it, I don't think that we have been able to go back to that kind of Black Stars that we used to have. Because I remember those times when we are playing matches of such natures, at the end of the game, all you ask is, Yesheseng, how many goals did we score? Because if you look at the quality of the materials that we were having at then, not to say that we don't have quality presently, but I believe that something is missing from the team, and it will take time for us to, you know, get back to it. And let me talk about the pitch, because I believe that this...
No, but before you move on to the pitch, what is fundamentally wrong with the Black Stars? Because talking of quality, if you watch player for player, I think that this current generation or current crop of players have the quality to match those who represented Ghana at the Mundial in 2014. So what is fundamentally wrong with the Black Stars?
It's a lot, but what I'll talk about is, I believe that we have leadership issues.
Leadership
Yes.
issues?
If you ask me, because if you look at the kind of team that we had from, let's say, from 2008, that squad, the Joe Menses, the Pencils, the Antonianans, the Jans, the Bafo Jans, even with Junior Agogo, you could see that we had leaders in the team. We had leaders in the team. And if you look at the team we have currently, if you ask me, in the exception of probably maybe the day who happens to be a senior player, can you really pinpoint who a leader really is in this current team? We don't have anything like that. So I believe that leadership in the team has become a problem, not necessarily somebody with the captain's armband. But
do you also agree with the school of thought who think that Thomas Partey, for instance, is not fit for purpose? In the absence of Didiayu, he's not able to marshal the squad to, because people have said that Kudus, for instance, was bullied all over in the game, and then he couldn't draw the referee's attention to it. Do you think that there is a problem with Thomas Partey? Should he be stripped of the captaincy and then probably be given to Alexander Jiku or Mohamed Salisu?
Okay, that's a very good question. It's quite a dicey one, and I believe that if you want to talk about issues of such nature, you have to be a little bit circumspect with the way you kind of handle the issues. Let me take you back to 2012-2013 when Zambia won their AFCON. They had a certain leader in Katongo.
Christopher Katongo.
And you could see that when the going gets tough, he's that man that pushes the team.
Is it because of his military background?
Probably yes, but military is more like, you know, they teach leadership styles and all that. If you look at that team, you realize that the whole team was resting on the shoulders of that captain. We have had the under-20 team that won with Celastete. You could see that the team was resting on the shoulders of the DIU, even though we had other brilliant players who could rescue the team in such, you know, difficult times. You could see that there was leadership. And in games of such nature, when the going gets tough, you need a leader, somebody who will step up, somebody who will motivate the players to give up their best. Honestly, I honestly don't see that in Thomas Partey. Let me take you to my darling club, Liverpool. When they stripped not stripped him, but when Steven Gerrard left the club, the captain's band was given to Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson, of all people, somebody like, why Jordan Henderson? But the young man's leadership
it's quite strange because he moved from Sunderland to Liverpool.
Yes.
At the time, it was strange that he was given the captaincy.
Of course.
So it means that he possessed something special.
Something special. And we all saw the kind of energy that Jordan Henderson, you know, gave to Liverpool. In tough times, we needed our captain, and he showed up, scoring, you know, some amazing goals here and there and all that. So when it comes to the captainship issue or the leadership issue, it's not really about somebody who has the band on, but somebody who also motivates the team. This current Liverpool team, has about 6 national team captains. There is the Japanese guy. What's the name? This Japanese guy. There is Van Dijk. There is Mohamed Salah.
Are you referring to Chimakas?
No, not Chimikas. This Japanese striker,
Endo.
Wataru Endo. He's the captain of the Japanese. They have about 6 captains. There's Andy Robertson. He's a captain. He's a leader.
So before I move on to the next question, do you think the DRU has outlived his usefulness, and then do you think he should be called back because now we clearly lack leadership on the field of play?
The problems with Black Stars, you can't just take leadership alone, because there's been times when we've heard that there are even factions in the team, those that belong to a certain DDRU camp, those that belong to a certain party camp, those that belong to, there's been factions. That's why I'm saying that if these things truly exist, then we need somebody who can unify. Because it's been there. We had Stephen Appiah and we never had any of these things. Because Appiah was a unifier. He was able to bring everybody on board. So if we believe that we are giving the, the captainship to Thomas Partey, he should be a problem solver. Bring the team together. Because listen, we just lost to Angola. And the last time I remember we played Angola was in their own backyard, 2010, where Asamoah scored that header. Who was it?
No, in 2023 we played them.
2023?
We drew against them 1-1 in their own backyard.
I am referring to the one we won. Not the draw, not the draw.
Nations Cup
the Nations Cup in 2010. Mm-hmm. You could see that team was compact, and we went all the way to the final.
So a quick one,
and then we
in the current crop of players, apart from Thomas Partey, who do you think is fit for purpose?
For the captainship role, I believe that there's a certain Jiku. I can also see one in Salisu. For now, that's what I know. And one thing that is disturbing this team is that we don't have consistency. Even with our goalkeeping department, we've been to about 2 tournaments. We've changed goalkeepers. Richard Ofori, Wallacott, and now we have Atizigi. Left back, same. Right back, same. The 4 and 5, we keep changing them. Even recently, Majid Ashmeru couldn't break into the starting lineup. We have to bring Elisha Owusu. So when the team doesn't have stability, it also goes a long way to disturb. Let's look at the striking department of the team. Today is Jordan, tomorrow is Inaki. Inaki, when he plays, obviously we have some question marks. He makes runs, he's not giving the ball. Semenyo comes. So that there's been that roller coaster of try and error. So the problems of this Black Star team is not just, leadership per se.
It's a whole lot. Just leadership per se. In case you just tuned in, this is Sports Yard right here on YADTV. Now, Timmy Ebo Sanchel, Dr. Sisi Sterling. People have argued that the pitch in itself played a role in Black Stars' loss against Angola. Do you think that the pitch was a problem? And then if the pitch was a problem, how do you solve this perennial problem? Because it appears that every season, every time the Black Stars has to play, they complain about the pitch. If my memory serves me right, in 2008, Black Stars coach at the time, Claude Lira, said that the pitch in Accra looked like a potato farm.
Yes.
So it is not a problem that we encountered just recently. It has been a problem for ages.
Sure.
Do you think that the pitch was a problem, and then in moving forward, what should be the strategy? Should we move our matches to Ivory Coast or Benin so that we can have good pitches for our players to do well in subsequent matches?
That's a very good question. You see, a country that has won the African Cup 4 times and has been to the finals, if I can remember, like 3 times. Yes, 2 or 3 times we've been to the final.
Just recently. Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
We were at the final in 2010. We were at the final in 2015. And then we were at the final in 2017 also.
One of these, yes. So for a country that has this harness or these achievements, I don't think that we should get to a level in this 21st century where we don't have pitches. As I'm talking now, we have continental club masters. They are not from Egypt, they are not from Ethiopia, they are not from anywhere, they are from Ghana. The so-called continental club masters. No disrespect to anybody's team. Accra House of Folk. Those times we were having, a very strong league where our teams were doing well. So it means that naturally or genetically, this is a country that loves football. How much will it take for us to, put our pitches in shape? I believe that if government wants to do this thing, it's very easy. We have been hiring these same stadiums to, corporate programs, religious programs, when we know very well that we don't have that culture of maintenance. We shouldn't even go there. Let me take you back to Kelvin Prince Boateng. Remember, it got to a time where if you invite him for national team duties, he doesn't show up, and Ghanaians were complaining. His physio made it clear that the pitches were not good enough for the player to play. When he comes to play, he will get injured. Because of that, the player, we never had the best out of Kelvin Prince Boateng. Now let's look around us. Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, South Africa. These are countries that are developing their leagues, and because of that, they are improving their pitches. Why not Ghana? So back to the question you asked me. Yes, the pitch, of course, will play a role. I believe that if you watch the goal that we conceded, the defender was trying to clear the ball. On any good day, if we had a smooth pitch or one that is very good, would have been easier for the player to clear the ball.
Does that suggest that these mistakes are not made in Europe and elsewhere?
It happens. But what I'm saying is that with our pitch, the goalkeeping area, I wish you could get a video and what the goalkeeping area, marshy routes and all those things, it doesn't speak well of a football country like Ghana. And I believe that going forward, the people involved.
Now, the people involved, you recall the Director General of the National Sports Authority mentioned that the Angolans didn't play in the sky. They also played on the same potato pitch. So it means that there's something fundamentally wrong with the team, and we shouldn't apportion blame on the managers of the stadium.
You see, that is a very unfortunate comment.
But you see, you think it is unfortunate.
Yes.
However, Coach Otto Addo made the same suggestion that the pitch has an issue. The coach of Angola also made the same complaint.
Yes.
So it means there is something wrong with the pitch, and then it has to be fixed. However, the Director General thinks that the team is poor and then he didn't play in the sky.
I disagree with him, because this is a team that has won 2 matches on the trot. We played Mali, we played Central African Republic. Not to say that because we lost, so we should, blame it on the pitch. That's fine, but a pitch is a pitch. Fans pay money to come and watch football. We have been watching football in Europe. There are Ghanaians here who are subscribers to European teams and they pay monthly dues or whatever. You understand? You are marketing a product. So it is your duty to ensure that whatever comes with the product is attractive. I've paid money to come and watch good football. You understand? So as I have come, I am expecting that you give me good football with good pitch. Now let me take you back to a policy that was drafted somewhere in 2019, I think by the NDC government. I think the man doesn't know what he's talking about. It's not necessarily the team. If you look at the National Sports Authority, the question I always ask is that who is in charge of our pitches? Whose duty is it to ensure that our pitches are always in good shape for football? Is it the GFA? Is it the sports ministry? Or the, how do you call it? National Sports Authority.
Talking of GFA.
Yes.
Since E.S. Okreku took the helm of affairs,
yes,
he's received no less than $10 million from FIFA Go project.
Yes.
Is it not incumbent on the FA to, invest in pitches? Because during Kwesi Nyanteji's era, the Yara Sports Stadium, he built it with FIFA Go project, and then he made sure the pitch was in good shape for Premier League clubs to use. Don't you also think it is incumbent on the FA to invest in pitches so that we can have good pitches for our local league? And
rightly said. I agree with you 100% on this. You see, the question is the monies that FIFA bring to these associations for us to run football with. What exactly is in it? Do we have pitch development in it? And if we have pitch development in it, is it this kind of courts, pitches, or the national team, the various stadiums? Is it for the maintenance of our various stadiums? This is what we should be looking at.
So to answer that, there is a component in these FIFA Go projects that says that some of the monies should be allocated for pitches, not specifically for courts, football, or whatsoever.
So AstroTurf pitches.
Absolutely. And then it is funny because the NPP government, for instance, pride themselves of building over 150 AstroTurfs.
Yes.
But these are substandard AstroTurfs. So assuming we divide these monies and then we invest in, let's say, 5 stadiums in Ghana, don't you think it will be in the right direction?
Yes, it will be in the right direction.
So,
but
now, just to say this, if the NPP have invested in 150 AstroTurfs across the country, and then the GFA have also received no less than $10 million from FIFA, between these two agencies, the government and the GFA, who should be responsible for maintaining our pitches?
Yes, when it comes to the spending of money, you should know that it's like everybody is looking for who will bring. The two of us, we've gone to the chop bar to buy food. The food is there, we are finished eating. You are looking at my face, I'm also looking at your face. Who should take money to go and pay? That is what is happening between the GFA and the government. This thing we are talking about is not something that cannot be done. It can be done. But it is the lack of political will. That is how I see it. If we want to do these pitches, it should be very easy for us to do it. So whether it's GFA or the government, at the end of the day, the pitches should be ready for footballers to play on. Because these are people you are marketing. The various league clubs, they use the stadiums. So with either GFA or government, the pitch should be ready. And I believe that it's high time government sets special funds for us to be able to maintain, our national team pitches or our various
Now,
stadiums.
Moving forward, do you think the debacle in Kumasi gives fans the license to vandalize the pitch panels and then destroy properties at the Kumasi Baba Yara Sports? That is a quick one, and then we move on.
I honestly don't support vandalism of any sort, including assault or whatever that comes with it. However, I believe that football is a game of emotions. I heard people saying that, these are people who have gone on to place their bets on the Black Stars and they lost, and because of that, they are venting out their anger here and there. But it all comes back to the taxpayers' money. Now, these things that have been destroyed, the question is, who is paying for it? It's the same taxpayer.
Who is paying for it? It is the same taxpayer. In case you just tuned in, this is Sports Yard on YADTV. We are taking a breather. On our return, we will discuss other issues. Welcome back from that break. In case you just tuned in, you are with us here on Sports Yard, right here on YADTV. I have with me, still in the studios of YADTV, Timmy Ebu Sanchel. We are discussing quite a number of issues. into our next topic. Timmy, do you think that the pitch affected the players on the field of play?
Yes, of course it did. You know, the quality of a football pitch also contributes to the quality of play. And we have seen that several times in Europe. I believe that the European standard pitches, it even makes the game more attractive. It makes the game beautiful. If I look at a pitch like, the Emirates pitch, that's where Arsenal play, it's very nice. If you look at Old Trafford, it's nice. Even in Germany, it's nice.
You are talking about Old Trafford,
yes,
Santiago Bernabeu.
They are the standard.
Just a backdoor.
They are the standard. Before I even come to Morocco and the rest, yes. Even the just ended AFCON. I think Cote d'Ivoire now has one of the best world class, stadiums, and then the pitch is very nice. So the pitch contributes to the play, like I said. So it in a way affect us because if you look at
Coach Otto Addo mentioned that the pitch affected the field of play.
Yes.
The Angolan coach also complained. However, the Director General of the National Sports Authority said that the Angolans didn't play in the sky. So if the Black Stars sat sheepishly for them to be defeated, then they should have themselves to blame. It has nothing to do with the pitch. Do you agree with it?
I believe that in this 21st century, we shouldn't have such comments coming from, somebody as astute as, you say he's what he's the director. You see, this is somebody who clearly doesn't know his job. Because if you look at one of the duties of the NSA, it's been ensuring that they have to manage the pitch. They have to take good care of the pitch. They have to ensure that the pitches are in good condition. Now let me ask this NSA about the question. They have been, giving the stadium out to corporate bodies for them to run their programs, isn't it? Is he going to tell us that when, supposing a church comes to rent the stadium for a program and the stadium is in a bad shape, the church should take it like that just because, they are not going to do the church in the sky or whatever it is, they should take it just like that? No. If he has respect for we the fans, I don't think he will make such a comment because these are people who have paid money to come and watch football.
So just after the game, fans who were appalled by the performance of the Black Stars took advantage and then vandalized properties in the stadium, the pitch panels and all of that. And so doing, the NSA have closed down the stadium for a month. Unfortunately for us, the Ghana Premier League is starting this week. What are your expectations for the Ghana Premier League?
I honestly condemn this vandalization and all that. But if that is what will make them work on our various stadiums, then I'm in full support of it. I believe that it will be a blessing in disguise, in as much as it's the taxpayers' money that, it should be done. But if you don't put your house in order, these are some of the things that you are likely to expect.
So a quick one. Ghana Premier League begins this week. What are your expectations? Your top 4 teams?
Top 4, I'll pick Asante Kotoko. I'll pick the defending champions, Samatex. I'll pick maybe Nswatre. Yeah, they will make it. And probably House of Folk.
Well, there's no way you could leave your dialect.
Hearts is my club, but I don't believe that we have.
You think the likes of Midiama and Adriana won't fare well?
They are going to be a competitive side. They are going to be a side that will give you a run for your money. But I don't think that they will be able to, because looking at the recruitment that Kotoko has made, I believe that if Kotoko doesn't come first, they should at least come second. Okay, and what is giving Samatex the advantage is that they have the experience, they have some kind of stability in the team to be able to defend their league.
Don't you also think that Dreams FC and then Accra Lions will be a force to reckon with? I'm asking this because they have 2 players who have moved from Abdulaziz Isa have moved from Dreams FC to FC Barcelona, and then David Odro have also moved from Accra Lions to FC Barcelona in Spain. This means that they have quality players, and don't you think that they will be a force to reckon with? If you you agree or disagree? Do you think this move will go a long way to help the Ghana Premier League?
Okay, I believe that the Dreams FC model is just like the Liberty Professional model. They don't really focus on winning the league, but they focus on grooming talents. And I would say that it's a plus for our league, because the last time we had players breaking into the top 4, league sides in Europe, I think the last I remember was Ajiman Bedu, who left the Brekum Arsenal straight to Udinese. And then we had Samuel Inkum from Kotoko to Basel. Then we have Gladson Awako, who went to Inter Milan youth side to play trials.
And then Abdul Baba Rahman from Dreams FC, yes, to Gutafort in Germany. And just recently, a free Ebania from Hartlepool to FC Zurich in Switzerland. So this will go a long way to. So
it will help. I believe that. One thing I know is that I wish that we had clubs that could, partner with some of these foreign clubs to be able to send.
So talking of moves, Jordan Ayew also moved from Crystal Palace to Leicester City. Do you think it's a good move?
Yes, it is. As it stands now, Jordan is the Ghanaian with the most goals in the Premiership. I believe that he has played in the league for a long time. He has all the experience that Leicester City would need to be able to stay, in the league. Playing for Leicester City doesn't come with so much pressure, because this is not a club that,
don't forget that not too long ago
clubs
they won
cups and all that.
No, they won the English Premiership not too long ago.
Yes, but it was a flash in the pan. These things don't normally happen. They happen once in a while. So
just like
since then, the Kantes, the Vardys,
in Germany,
they've all been sold. There is no way Leverkusen is winning the league this season. You can place your bet on. It's not going to happen.
Some will disagree with you.
It's not going to happen. They even lost to Leipzig already.
Well, let's talk about Kamaldeen Suleiman.
Yes.
He's supposed to move to Ajax from Southampton. At the end of the day, fell through because a document from Southampton to Ajax arrived late, and the FIFA system couldn't capture. Do you think that will affect him psychologically?
Some things do happen and they become a blessing in disguise. Let me tell you the story of Thomas Partey. At a point in time, Atletico Madrid couldn't sign any player. They were banned. They placed a transfer ban. I think they transferred an underage player, and they had an issue. So that season, they couldn't sign any player. And it was that season that Thomas Partey had one of his best seasons. So I believe that sometimes it's just luck or fortune. Let's watch Kamaldeen play again for Southampton, and let's see what will come out, this season.
Let's watch Kamaldeen play again this season for Southampton. Let's see what happens. Well, this is what time will permit us on Sports Yard on YADTV. My name is Emmanuel Asabre, and I've been your host. I've been here with Timmy Ebo Samshaw. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.
YADTV, Bridging Continent.